count.
Sorry.
Oh.
Had some technical issues here. Delaney.
A little bit lucky with that. You definitely don't want to hit a batter with 0-2 count. So now you're sitting at 1-2.
1-2 count the string. First and second, one out. The 1-2 delivery by Delaney. Outside, ball two. They'll run the count 2-2. Delaney looking to get a ground ball here. That'll run the count to full. 3-2 count, one out. String at the plate. Pedrick at second, Nor at first.
Being up 0-2 into count, you don't want to completely lose it here. Right? Take advantage of that.
Castro's on umpire about something out there. I don't know if he didn't think he was coming to a stop. But, Delaney delivers line drive up the middle by String, fielded by Delaney. Great job, cut off by Gasparovic, and String with a base hit up the middle.
Now batting for the Wolverines, first baseman Jack Holliday.
Hey, just roll ground ball, find your way out of it. One pitch away.
That'll bring up Jack Holliday, the first baseman, with the bases loaded here and one out for the Wolverines.
What's this?
You know what? He's not set. That's not a balk if he's not set, Mike. So DeCastro from the dugout, Coach DeCastro, obviously saw something that Delaney was doing, as I talked about in that last at bat, worked the umpire. Delaney can do any flinch he wants before he's set.
Right.
And it was quite obvious he never came to a set at that point. That is an inexperienced call. Very bad call by the umpire in the field here. And obviously Coach Oler is upset about it. Obviously doesn't understand that when you could do a lot of movements prior to being set. And he was definitely not set in that situation. And that's a big call there because that ties the game.
It's a huge call.
You can't miss that call as an umpire. I wish the home plate umpire would go out and make this right, because what you want to do is get the call right. Ultimately,
you look at the bigger picture. Not only is it costing you a run, but now it takes off double play.
100%.
And in reading the body language, his reasoning, right, is the back leg moving, but as you mentioned, he's not set. There's not major movement, so it's not like he's...
If this call stands, this is a horrendous call.
I agree.
This can never happen in high school baseball. This I hate to pick on the umpires here, but this is absolutely horrendous. To not know what a pitcher is and coming to a set.
It seems like it's a clear example of succumbing to pressure from the opposition staff.
And that's what we said.
Right.
You know, DeCastro was on the umpire, but he's not set in that spot. So justifiable that, Coach Oler is extremely upset about that call. And that'll tie the game here. And now the infield's in with one out.
All right, buddy. You're good. Keep it right here.
1-0 to Jack Holliday. It's not a great diving play by McKenna.
Now, the only thing is with the throw being a little bit up, how fast that runner got down there, even if there is an attempt to tag, I don't know if they would have got him, but you still want to see the attempt.
Yeah. Seems as
Left fielder Aiden Spinelli.
Lowry lost count due to that ball call.
Yeah, and you see that from time to time, right? These are high school kids, and you have some inexperience, and the momentum has shifted now to Woodstown's favor. So it's hard to stay completely tracked on mind sometimes for these kids, and that's why you need somebody to regroup them.
Got to bring up Spinelli, the left fielder, with a man on first and third here. Down here at the 7 hole. Looks like we're playing pretty deep in the outfield here, Mike, with the way the wind is. Bunt attempt by Spinelli, foul ball down the first baseline.
That looked like that might have been a little bit more of self-protection than anything. I think he squared and saw that ball coming and said, it's either going to be my face or the bat. So
So 0-1 count to Spinelli. Halliday on first. Curveball over for strike 2. 0-2 count to Spinelli. Delaney's in the driver's seat here with one out. Be big to get a strikeout here. I wouldn't be surprised if DeCastro starts some runners here. And there he goes. This is going to be a double play ball if we can get this. We have a hit and run. Hit and run. The runner didn't look in. The hitter pops up, did a good job pulling his hands inside the ball, but flies out. Infield fly, thrown to first, and that'll double Woodstown up. But they deliver one run, could have been a lot worse.
and that's this is a situation of a half glass full, half glass empty, right? You're West Effort, you're unhappy that the run scores. You don't believe the run should have scored. But then on the flip side, you're also coming off that field feeling grateful that it only was one run, considering what the situation was and kind of the way things were looking that they were trending towards.
Yeah, and I checked that. We're down 4-3 now. But should have been, got to turn the page and move on from there.
Now, cold day, that's a long rest that pitcher had, Holmes. Already had somewhat of an elevated pitch count. If you're a West Effort, you might be able to take advantage of the current situation and how long he was sitting for, and seeing how Holmes comes out this inning.
Eagles over in the bottom of the third inning will bring up Lowry and Landon Delaney. Eagles have to answer back as the Wolverines take a 4-3 lead here, heading to the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting the Eagles catcher, Brendan Lockery.
Curveball by Holmes, ball one. High fastball swung through by Lowry, 1-1 count. This is where we say we're going to have to be really patient in these counts. Lowry can definitely do some damage. I'm going to expect a breaking ball here if Holmes is. And got another breaking ball.
Yep.
That'll run the count to 2-1.
Your battery might want to look to wear that a little bit.
Holmes delivers another high fastball. Lowry's able to hold off. That'll run the count to 3-1. Now you got to be really tight here. Lay off on any pitches on the black and get something in the middle of the zone where you can do some damage and start the inning. Two hopper by Lowry. Fairly well hit ball.
The way this game is going, it might come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Base hit by Lowry in the 5-6 hole. I'm assuming, although Lowry's the catcher, he's got some speed, so they're going to leave him on the bases, Mike. Okay, Jason Hartman up here. The Eagles down 1. We'll see what they do. Hartman is swinging away. Ball 1 in the dirt. Hartman will face a 1-0 count and a plus count for the hitter. We got Landon Delaney on deck, who has a base hit the last time up. Hartman walked his first time up. He squares the bunt. Like, I don't know if that was a sack because he's showing so late, as you made a point earlier. I'm not sure if that was a sack.
That's right. It's hard to decipher because, you typically, if you see a sacrifice, they're going to show a lot sooner. So
I'm assuming he was trying to bunt for a hit there. Wow. That'll run the count to 2-1. That was looked like a pretty good pitch, and the Wolverines dugout was not happy with that.
I wouldn't be neither if I was the pitcher.
2-1 count to Hartman.
It's almost the same spot.
And 2-2. Hartman with a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Lowry on first base. Holmes has navigated his way through 2 innings now. High fastball. Hartman drives it into right field to String. He delivers the ball and throws it away into left field, but great job by the left fielder on the back up there. Base hit by Hartman to right field, and the sophomore is doing a nice job so far this year. Just catching barrels, moving runners, doing everything that's asked of him.
So let's put your coaching hat on. First and second, no outs, bottom 3, down a run. I believe he had a sacrifice bunt attempt his first time up.
So you got
unsuccessful.
Landon Delaney up, had a hit last time up. I think, Mike, you're definitely sack bunting. You have Trevor Lundfeldt that came in the game for Caden Allen, an experienced veteran senior ball player, coming up behind him. So I'm assuming Bowler's going to put some pressure on the Wolverine defense here and sacrifice. Hopefully they, if they're sacking, we can show early. And there we go. Delaney displays early. Great job. Shows early. Pulls back. And the coaching point here is, you want a bunch strike. Start your barrel at the top of the zone. Anything above it, we're going to take it. So that'll run the count to 1-0 to Delaney.
Long time ago, somebody by the name of Joe McKenna told me, bunch strikes, hit strikes.
Great job by Delaney. That'll run the count to 2-0. First and second, now a decision has to be made. You're in a big plus count here. Delaney had a single last time up. Coach Oler could go either way. He could let Delaney swing here, but you want to stay out of a double play ball for sure. But he's showing the sacrifice, 2-0 count. Holmes delivers, ball 3.
Yeah.
I would assume he's going to continue to just show, at least at this point, with a 3-0 count.
You have to give him
With
the take here.
Lundfeldt on deck.
I know you don't want to pass up a good bunting opportunity if he's giving you something that's going to be perfect, but I think you got to give the take.
Okay. Delaney shows. Obviously, it was a take all the way. 3-1 count to Delaney. Holmes does his job, delivers a strike. Another decision has to be made. I would assume Coach Ohlers looks like he's sold out to the sack bunt here. Misses the bunt. That'll run the count to 3-2. Kind of jabbed at it there, Mike. Now he's in a hitting situation. You just got to find a hole here. 3-2 count. Nobody out. Eagles looking to do some damage here. Delaney hits the ball past the first baseman into right field. That'll score Lowry. String wildly throws the ball down the third base line as a heads-up play. As a heads-up play, no one's at third base. The runners advance, the Eagles score, and tie the game 4-4.
And what did I say right as this inning was starting? This game is going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes. 'Cause both sides have made mistakes and have gotten hurt so far. And that's a situation there where a misplay and then an overthrow, you make one mistake, you compound it into more.
Now batting for the Eagles, Trevor Lundfeldt.
That'll bring up the senior, Trevor Lundfeldt. Ball 1. Lundfeldt didn't play last year, had a lot of seniors back, wanted to concentrate on his senior wrestling season, but has been a baseball player his whole life. Very, very good player. And he's back on the team and looking to contribute right now.
Well, he's in a good spot to do so with the right approach.
Good swing. I like that. 1-1 count. Good 1-0 swing. Looking to catch a barrel now. Travis, it's going to take some time for him to see some pitches this year, taking a year off of baseball. So I'm expecting him to really catch fire soon. One count to Lundfeldt. Called for a strike. That'll run the count to 1-2.
Now, see, to me, that right there, that was the pitch. If I'm in the batter's box, my approach, as I mentioned earlier, right, I'm going to widen out. I'm going to look for something on the outer half, a little bit up. I can elevate to the opposite field to get that run in, and that was the perfect pitch to do so.
Curveball buckles Lundfeldt for ball 2. So 2-2 count. Really good curveball by Holmes. That might have been his best curveball he threw all day. Had a tighter spin than it's been in the past. 2-2 count by Holmes. Fastball down and away. That'll run the count to full. Full count to Lundfeldt. Nobody out. Eagles threatening, second and third. Line drive by Lundfeldt in the left field. That'll score Hartman. Delaney will be held at third. And big RBI single by Trevor Lundfeldt.
That might be it. For
I think
Holmes.
that might be it for Holmes.
He's around that 60 pitch mark.
They've been breaking up the games quite frequently throughout the year, the Wolverines. And Coach DeCastro is going to go to the bullpen here.
And I don't know if it's just a new way of coaching, a new approach, but it definitely seems like pitchers have a much shorter leash.
And we're seeing that in college baseball.
Yeah.
Almost that they call it the pod effect, where a pitcher will have the first 3 innings in college, Then you have another guy that gets the next 3 innings, and then you have your last guy that does the last third, and you have a closer if needed. So this is not something new, but just looking at all the games from Woodstown, it appears that's
their mentality.
Coach DeCastro.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, right? Neither pitcher lit the world on fire today, right? And both had elevated pitch counts compared to what inning they were in. But to not have your starter get through 3 full innings on either side, I think is a little bit of a testament to what type of game we're having so far today.
Yep. So the
23. Michael Valente is down on the bottom down there, number 23. Michael. He's just gonna,
the final line on Holmes is going to be 2 innings pitched. Never got an out here in the 2 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks for Holmes. That'll bring in the junior right-hander, Michael Valente. He's thrown 2 1/3 innings, has 2 hits, 2 runs, no walks, Mike, and 4 Ks. He doesn't have an ERA at this point, hasn't given up an earned run.
And now if you're West Effort, you're in prime position to create your separation in this game, right? This game so far has been within a run the entire time, either way. Now, you're West Effort, you're at, a 1-run lead. You have third and first, no outs. You have your best hitters in the lineup about to come to the plate. So if you want to create that separation and almost win the game right now, this is the time to do so. And this is where you want to capitalize on who they're bringing in.
So we have Bruner at the bat. We got nobody out. First and third, we got Lundfeld at first. Landon Delaney at third. Bruner walked in his first at bat. And looming on deck is Grady Gasparovic, who had the big double, 2 RBI double for the Eagles. That at the time tied the game.
Now batting for the Eagles, left fielder Josh Bruner.
So Bruner's got to be patient like he was last time. You know, with no outs, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some at the bottom of the order from Coach Oler, maybe safety squeeze at this point, Mike. Something to think about. Definitely needs something in the outfield by Bruner to get at least a sac fly. Curveball for Valente, strike.
And if you want to break the game down and sort of compartmentalize it, right? You have 2 runners on, 0 outs. A success for you ultimately is making sure that both of those guys score. If you get through this inning, and if you're Woodstown, you minimize it, right? You can say we only want these 2 guys to score. But even West Effort, you still consider that a success if you're able to get both these guys across home plate.
Woodstown's just to minimize the damage at this point, with nobody out. Valente, I don't know if he went. I don't know about that. Check swing by Bruner. The home plate ump calls him out. That'll be 1 out. Valente comes in, gets a big out.
Bruner's in a tough position, right? He's the first batter, right? So he's the one who's got to, get the first exposure. But you ideally want to see him pick out a pitch to get that runner on third in.
Bring up Grady Gasparovic. Curveball, Valente delivers. A lot of breaking balls from the Woodstown pitchers here, Mike. Not an overwhelming fastball, but you're going to have success if you can land that breaking ball consistently in high school baseball. Lundfeld's definitely a running threat at first base. Curveball again. Humpback liner down the line, foul by Gasparovic. Out of the reach of Brent Williams. Fastball delivered by Valente, strike 3. High fastball chased it up. That'll bring up the top of the order, Braden Curcio. who has a double on the day and also flew out to right field, which was, I believe, caught by the center fielder.
Yeah.
Now batting for the Eagles, left fielder
So
Braden.
first and third, another curveball by Valente delivers for strike one. Now Curcios has to sit fastball. He snuck that one by Gasparovic a little bit where he had him thinking breaking ball and came back with it. So another curveball. On the count of 1-1.
There might have been a little bit of a cross-up.
Curcio stings a one-hopper to the third baseman.
That is a huge win
Williams
for Woodstown.
sets his feet, delivers to first base, and Valente gets out of the inning.
It's a huge win for Woodstown. And what that pitcher did effectively was get ahead, first pitch strikes, and first pitch strikes with all speed pitches. You know, if you're a batter and you come in and you're already down 0-1 and all you saw was that breaking ball, you know, you're already digging a hole for yourself there. You know, and then again, if you want to flip it to the West Effort side, you sort of, you know, you say that can't happen, right? Like, no matter what, you have to figure out a way to get at least that runner on third in.
Yeah, you definitely want to plate that run. That's a big run. Would give you a 2-run lead. But big hit by Trevor Lundfeldt. Big hit by Trevor Lundfeldt comes through, and it was just a matter of time when he started getting in the groove. You know, just a matter of seeing some pitches from Lundfeldt.
And this is what...
And that'll give Delaney a 1-run lead here for the freshman.
All right, and this is what I would call, if you're the pitcher here, Delaney, you're in a situation where it's really important for West Effort to have a shutdown inning, right? That momentum has changed. You're now in the lead. You knock their pitcher out. You still have the heart of your lineup coming up next. You want to get in and get out of this inning
And West Effort's
possible.
And West Effort's responded. They went down 2-0 in the second inning, responded with a 2 spot in the bottom half, go down 4-2 in the top of the third, and responded with another 2 spot.
And avoid the seesaw, right? Avoid that seesaw, giving Woodstown the momentum back.
So that'll bring up the center fielder, Blake Bilicki, who had a sacrifice bunt back to the pitcher last time up. Did his job, moved the runners when they had first and second. Delaney delivers. 1-1 count to Bilecki. Fastball, foul ball by Bilecki. And that'll move the count to 1-2 for Delaney. Now we got to be careful now, Mike. You have a 1-2 count. You know, their 8-hole hitter up. Don't want to set the table for the top of this order. So this is going to be an important at bat for Delaney. Curveball delivered, ground ball to shortstop. Over the glove, McKenna.
Now batting for the Wolverines, second baseman.
Now, I don't know if McKenna's not reading the ball as well off the bat as he normally is, or if he's having trouble reading the field. Seems like he's struggling a little bit, a couple of routine plays.
Pitch.
But if you're the pitcher, this is where you do a quick mental reset, right? You're the pitcher, you're saying to yourself, what do I need to do to get that ground ball?
Good job bunt by Tucci down the first baseline, trying to move the runner by Lecky. And touched by Lowry in foul territory. The 9-hole hitter, Tucci, attempting to move over the runner at first base. 2-1 count. Lowry takes one in the thigh there on a foul ball by Tucci. That'll run the count to 2-2. Licky at first, Tucci at the bat. 1-2 count to Tucci. Delaney delivers. Fastball, one hopper, bounces over the glove of McKenna. That'll put runners at first and second.
Now you're the pitcher. You're frustrated. First two at bats didn't go your way, but the best thing about baseball is one pitch can essentially erase these misfortunes, and that's what you got to focus on. You get that one pitch, you get that ground ball, you can get 2 outs.
I don't know if DeCastro's going to bunt here, but his 1-hole hitter up is one of his better hitters in the lineup. So nobody out. Man on first and second base.
It's an interesting approach, right? You're one of your better hitters, so you don't want to take the bat out of his hands, but then you also look at it, you want to set the table for your main guys.
Well, the problem is you do have, if you move them over, you have Pedrick up next, one of their best hitters. That leaves a base open, but you're going to have to pitch to Pedrick in that situation because you got Nor who's
Exactly.
another big power hitter sitting
Right.
behind. So the construction of this lineup is pretty good right now. So if you're Delaney, you're going to have to go after Koblenz. Popped up. Delaney
Yeah, that
fields
is
his
huge.
position, a monster pop-up.
Huge.
Great job by Delaney. Koblenz pops up to the pitcher
Now batting for the Wolverine, shortstop Andrew Pedrick.
with first and second. One out, and that'll bring up the dangerous shortstop, Andrew Pedrick. His walk the first 2 times up. Wasn't happy about walking, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
He looked very hitterish coming up those first 2 at-bats. And the runner takes off. Lowry throws to third.
A close
Mike.
play. I thought he had him from this
Stolen
angle.
Base by Woodstown. By Lecky steals third. Appeared to be out. Great throw by Lowry. Tucci's at second. Infield's in now. Second and third with Pedrick up. Long, deep fly ball to right field. I think it's going to stay in the park, but it's going to play to run here. Sacrifice fly. Moves the runners. Pedrick does his job. RBI, sacrifice fly by Andrew. That'll tie the game 5-5. Now up, left-handed hitter, DH Jack Noor. You got to be real careful with this one, Mike. Fastball in the inner half. Noor takes it. been throwing a lot of breaking balls to Noor and changeup, so I think he was looking for something there, and Delaney was able to sneak the fastball in on him. Looked like a really good pitch from Delaney.
Looked like almost the
Had to be
same
in
spot.
because it wasn't out, or it wasn't down. So 1-1 count to Noor. Looked like a really good pitch. Fastball outside, runs the count to 2-1 to Noor. Noor 0 for 2 on the day. The power hitting DH. Delaney outside. Outside for ball. I'm okay with the way they're throwing to Noor right now.
You could be cautious.
3-1 count. You don't want to give anything middle in to him where he can, change the game around. With the wind blowing out of here, he gets something up in the air as powerful as he is, could
Right.
put the Wolverines up too.
You have a power-hitting left-handed hitter in Union Field, 322 down the line, on an extremely windy day that is blowing directly out to right field. So that's essentially the perfect storm of perfect storms
That'll bring,
they're
up
going
the,
up against.
that'll bring up the third baseman, Brent Williams. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Noor on first, Tucci on third. Williams up to the plate. One count to Williams. Obviously, Coach Castro has Williams in this hole for a reason, in the 4 hole. Has a lot of trust in him being an RBI threat. They can get through this inning, Mike. That'll, give him a little bit of a breather because this top of the lineup's very good for the Wolverines. Fastball fouled off by Williams. That'll run the count to 1-2. 2 outs. Big pitch for Delaney. I would assume Coach DeCastro will have some movement in the next couple pitches at first base. Although Noor's a borderline pitch. Delaney delivers a pitch right on the edge.
And you're frustrated if you're the pitcher with that call. However, you don't want that to affect your actual pitching. You want to stay right there.
Noor's on the run. Lowry holds. I'm okay with that. Not throwing down there.
You have 2 outs, 2 strikes.
Big spot, tie game. You don't want to have something be thrown away, and you got a big jump. Now we got a full count. Hit him. I don't quite understand why Williams is staring at the pitcher.
I thought I saw the same thing, and I thought I saw him taking a little bit too much time to get down to first base.
Definitely not trying to hit
Wow.
somebody with a 3-2 count with 2 outs.
Breaking ball.
Yeah. Maybe he's just frustrated, wanted to get the hit in that
Yeah.
spot. Coach DiLorenzo, the pitching coach for the Eagles, goes out to talk to Delaney. Rocco String has barreled 2 balls.
And
Line drive
what you're
to
telling
left.
the pitcher in this situation out there is, mental reset. All this goes away. 1 pitch, 1 batter. Right? Let's focus on this.
String has barreled 2 balls. One, a screaming line drive to left field, and a missile up the middle for a base hit the last time. Hunt first pitch. I think we're going to see a breaking ball here to start the game, or start this at bat. Delaney and Lowry don't seem to to be on the same page with the pitch that he wanted.
A little concerning considering they just had a timeout with the mound visit.
I'm being careful with String. I don't think he's going to be real patient in the bat. You know, as we said, he comes out hacking.
Yeah.
Good pitch by Delaney. Curveball out of the zone. String chases. I'm probably going to come back with this.
Stay right there. Absolutely.
Nothing in the zone, though, at this point.
You're the pitcher. You're saying to yourself, you know, okay, batter, prove to me you're not going to chase that same pitch. You know, you're not going to chase that off-speed pitch out of the zone.
If we're going 0-1 here and we're going to throw a fastball, it's got to be up and out of the zone. Unhittable out of the zone. So I'm expecting a break ball. They can't seem to get on the same page. Lowry.
And I don't know how much of it is communication with the catcher, or maybe the wind is affecting him sometimes. I mean, it's a windy day. You're the pitcher and you're looking right into that. You know, you want to make sure you're clear mind.
Curveball by Delaney delivered for strike 2. Okay, we're in an 0-2 count, 2 down. Bases juiced here in a tie ball game. Delaney's going to have to stay out of the middle of the plate. Lowry's got to command the ball back there and really set up way outside, give him a target, has to block everything. Delaney delivers.
Plenty of time.
Knocks down a one-hopper to Delaney. He comes to the plate, gets the third out of the inning, and the Eagles escape with limited damage from Woodstown as we have a 5-5 ball game.
And if you're Woodstown, you're happy, right? It's the seesaw. You know, you lost the momentum, you gave it the lead. Now you have the momentum, and you have the lead. If you're West Efford, you know that shutdown inning that I was talking about that you were really hoping to get and looking to get, that didn't happen. And if you go back and you look throughout this game to this point, last inning was no difference, and it's who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. You know, Woodstown capitalized, but we're fortunate to West Efford made some mistakes with some errors and lack of pitching, and now if you're West Efford,
well, West Effort's responded. You know, every time Woodstown has put some runs on the board, West Effort has responded. So let's see if they could do the same thing with Woodstown's crossing one here in the top of the 4th inning. And I think West Effort should figure out that Valente is definitely getting ahead with the breaking ball.
Yeah.
Trying to sneak his fastball in there, and has done a really good job. Got him out of the last inning in some severe trouble with a man on third base and no outs. And the Wolverines were.
And you're going if you're the Woodstown pitcher, you're going to have the upper hand as long as you can consistently still throw first pitch breaking ball strikes. And he's done it so far. He's only had a small sample size, 3-4 batters or so. Because if you're the hitting team for West Efford, you don't want to go after a breaking ball in the first pitch. But if he's going to just keep throwing that for strikes, you might not really have a choice. That's the tough position that the hitters are going to be in if he can get that first pitch breaking ball for a strike.
Eagles right in the middle of their order with the number 2 hitter, Caleb Delaney. Delaney last at bat with an RBI single, clutch RBI into right field, did a good job with 2 strikes. Valente, the right-hander, starting his 2nd inning. Starts off with a breaking ball. Delaney pulls foul, 0-1 count. Valente in the windup. Another slider, 0-1. That looked up and a little bit in for strike 2. 0-2 count. Battle for Delaney. I like the way he battles here with 2 strikes. High fastball taken by Delaney. One-two pitch by Valente. Looks like a changeup, Mike.
I'm trying to read it because if If I had to guess, I'd say yeah. That's it's.
2-2 count.
He has an awkward release.
Delaney. Nice job with 2 strikes by Delaney. Valente hung that breaking ball there and was pulled foul, line drive down the right field line.
You know, for this at bat here, I believe we're 6, 7 pitches in or so, and we've seen 1 fastball.
Good quality at bat by Delaney here with 2 strikes. Battling back to 2-2. Fouled a couple pitches off now. This is where Valente tries to sneak in that high fastball that he's tried to deliver since last inning. There it is. High fastball, out of the zone. Delaney takes it, runs the count to 3-2. Three-two count. That's going to fall in for a hit. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yep. Delaney didn't look to try to do much on that pitch, but just try to get a barrel. Did an unbelievable job to fight back 0-2, run the count to 3-2, and nothing worse to a pitcher than lose an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
Battle, fall behind, and Delaney delivers. Man on first, nobody out. That'll bring up Cole McKenna. 0 for 2, ground out to second, and a fly ball to right field. Well, he better be sitting on a breaking ball here, Mike.
That's what he's going to get. There it is.
There's the breaking ball over for strike 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he sees this pitch here.
Fly ball on a breaking ball to right field. It's going to fall in the center. Good effort by Pedrick. Another breaking ball. Looked like it got in on the hands a little bit. And that'll fall in.
And that's the disadvantage that some of these West Effort hitters have been in so far today, is that the one good thing that Woodstown's been doing is they're throwing their breaking balls for strikes consistently. So as a hitter, you're in a position of, do you lay off them and dig yourself a hole in a 0-2 count, or do you have to go after it and chase something maybe a little bit out of the zone, or go after a pitch that you don't really like that situation there? That's probably not something that Cole McKenna really wants to zone in on, but it's either that or be a 0-2 count.
All right, so that'll bring up Lowry, the 4-hole hitter for the Eagles. Flied out to right field and hit a hard hit ground ball single into left field between the 5-6 hole. So we have Delaney on second, McKenna on first, and Lowry up the plate. And Valente delivers just yet another breaking ball for a ball. At this point, Lowry's got to sit on something here.
Yeah.
1 pitch, 1 spot, and do some damage. On a day like today, you really want to think up the middle the other way, the way the wind's blowing. And that's what we talked about. That was a 1-0 pitch, right? He got a curveball on a plus count. Valente's very comfortable with throwing his curveball at any time in the count. And that typically wins in high school. Mm-hmm. He does that for the rest of the year. He's going to have some success. So Lowry's definitely got to be aware of Valente trying to sneak a fastball in here. Another breaking ball. Skied up. Infield fly is called. I don't know how routine that is. Caleb, with this win, Mike, and the way the rule book states with first and second, the infield fly has to be made and called if it's of ordinary effort.
And I don't know if there's any ordinary effort with
on a
today.
Day like this.
No. As you saw right there.
So I don't think that would have, even if that ball drops, Delaney would have been safe at third if the ball drops because everyone collided on the pitch. So Hartman swings at first pitch. Looks like we have a new right field out there by
Yeah.
Chard. So landed Delaney up.
Big moment, right? Big moment.
2 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Delaney having a good day.
Now batting for Eagles pitcher Landon
Yeah.
Delaney.
You're in a position to help yourself out.
It is unfortunate. Eagles get the first 2 runners on with no outs. Then 2 straight outs there. And, here we're facing 2 outs, man on second with a crucial at bat for Delaney. Has a chance to help himself out with a base hit here.
And again, another breaking ball. First pitch.
Another breaking ball by Valente.
There's not much movement to it, but it's
slow.
effective.
It's off speed.
It's off speed. It's
almost
strike.
like a changeup.
Yeah.
Right?
So they call it like a slurve type of
1-1 pitch to Delaney. Takes it 2-1. I don't think Valente's going to give in here for the fastball.
He's more confident throwing his off speed for strikes than he is his fastball.
He's definitely landed a lot more in the strike zone. Another breaking ball up in the zone. So it looks like they moved String into first base. Chard is now in right field. That'll run the count to 3-2 to Delaney. 3-2 count, 2 down. I'm expecting another breaking ball here from Valente. Very comfortable landing this. Throws the fastball. Broken up by Delaney. Spun. So Delaney does a good job, breaks up that good pitch by Valente.
Because I would expect a breaking ball this pitch. I don't think since he's been in the game fastballs yet.
So a 3-2 count to Landon Delaney. The freshman 2 for 2 today with an RBI, looking to help himself out on the mound.
And pick his team up. You get runners on base, no outs, and now all of a sudden you're facing a 2-out hole.
Hard ground ball to the left side. Pedrick backhands it. One hopper over the String. He can't handle it. Goes down right field line. That'll score Caleb Delaney. McKenna moves to third. Landon Delaney does the job with a 3-2 count, 2 outs, puts the ball in play. Pedrick with a difficult play in the hole.
That's
you
an
would
error.
expect your first baseman to probably pick
yeah,
that, but on the other hand, a nice play. So good play by Pedrick. Tough play for String at first base. Delaney does his job, puts the ball in play, and extends the inning. Trevor Lundfeld is up, the senior, with a big 2 RBI hit last time up. Breaking ball high for ball 1. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Lundfeld with a ball in the left field. It's going to go foul.
A lot closer than I thought off the bat. Off the bat, I thought that was heading at least into the...
Lundfeld coming off the bench, delivering a monster hit. And now faces a 1-1 count with 2 outs. McKenna on third, Delaney on second, and Valente delivers curveball for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strike to Lundfeld. The same approach is going to hold true here that Delaney did the last time up, is grind out the at-bat. Caleb Delaney did it earlier in the inning.
You're right.
Valente,
He tries to sneak that fastball.
He does try to sneak it in. Lowell slows their feet down, tries to sneak the fastball in. It's not much, Mike. It's probably 76, 75 miles an hour. And tries to sneak it in, makes it look a lot faster than it actually is. So that runs the count to 2-2 to Lundfeld. Valente delivers breaking ball, swung on and missed by Lundfeld. And that'll end the inning. But the Eagles respond. The Eagles respond with...
Hey, it's the theme, right? And I've said it more than once, this game is going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes, right? You saw there, West Ever capitalizes on mistakes that Woodstown made with their errors in the field, and which team's going to decide to not, maybe have a mistake-proof inning, and that could be it. Maybe just one inning is going to be the difference maker. Because so far, we've seen it every inning. That's why it's gone back and forth.
So the Eagles respond. As we head to the top of the fifth inning, the Eagles take the lead 6-5.
Yeah, because you're seeing also, too, you don't have pitchers on either side that are getting a lot of swing and misses, right? We don't have a lot of strikeouts so far. So the ball is being put in play, and that's why you're seeing a lot of mistakes and plays not being made, which is causing this seesaw type of game. So essentially, who's going to be the team to step up, make the plays, get a scoreless inning?
I don't know if Trevor Lundfeld's available. He threw, I think, an inning and 2/3 at Haddonfield on Thursday. Not sure how many pitches. I'm assuming he was in the mid-30s. The way that went the other day, I don't know if he's available. So we'll see how that goes as far as the rest of the game's concerned. Eagles have a home game against Gateway, another rival, on Monday. Now, the Eagles have played in a lot of one-run games. They had the win 10-0 against Paulsboro, against a revamped Paulsboro team, which is different than the 2023 team. And then played Audubon tough, down 7-1, came back and lose by a run to a ranked Audubon team, and then come into a Haddonfield game and play them a lot tougher than what they were expecting.
Yeah.
So they've been in these one-run games, lost both of them. So that experience is going to bode them well, hopefully, in this game here, and be able to hold the lead and know how to take the pressure in these type of ball games as you move further on in the season. Delaney delivers, ground ball to Curcio. Knocked down, thrown, one hop to first base, picked
Great
by
pick.
Kasparovic. Outstanding pick. Curcio, nice job knocking it down, composing himself, making a throw. That's what you need as a first baseman when you have a throwing mistake there. Close play at first. Kasparovic did a good job. He's got some prior catching experience, so you got to figure he's good at picking those balls. So
And that's what you're going to need. If you're not going to get something that's completely clean, somebody that can pick you up and get that out that so far through this game, that's the type of ball that gets through on both sides. That out there hasn't been out to this point.
So Spinelli up the bat had the real good run in his first at bat for a base hit. He's plugged. Spinelli is hit by the pitch and puts a runner on first base with one out. Oler's at the front of the dugout. Looks like the bullpen's.
Well, it's something a little bit of alarming, right? If your staff is, you have a pitcher that's not even through 2 complete innings and already has 2, 3 hit batsmen. So strike zone, not his best friend.
Bilecki up. Had a sacrifice bunt in his first at bat, reached on an error in his second at bat, comes out swinging on the first pitch, and Delaney goes up 0-1. Pick the first base. Spinelli is back, safe, as Landon Delaney resets with an 0-1 count. Now, I don't know. Someone yelled balk when Delaney's about to deliver. There is a rule, verbal interference. Because if he steps off or stops his motion at that point, it would be a balk.
Right.
So Spinelli looks a little runnerish over there. looks like
And that might be what the umpire's saying right now.
did the home plate umpire?
The base umpire.
Base umpire.
Yeah, he just started and made a comment over to the Woodstown dugout. I believe that's referencing something that what you were alluding to.
1-1 count. Now runs to a 2-1 count.
Hey, nice and easy. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
2 by Lecky. 1 down. Top of the 5th. Eagles lead 6-5. That'll run the count to 3-1.
All the way back.
Picks to first base. Spinelli is back in. Landon Delaney delivers. Inside, ball 4.
I think if you're older, I think now, yep. So you're looking to.
It looks like we're going to...
Switching the battery around.
Yeah, I think we're going to bring in Lowry. Hard throwing right-hander. I would assume you're going to see Gasparovic will be over. So we have first and second, 1 out. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Tom Tucci, the freshman. So, Mike, I would, if I were West Effort, I would still be aware of some sort of drag bunt to try to spin this order to get back to Koblenz, even with 2 outs.
Yeah.
You know, the first 5 hitters of the Woodstown Wolverine Ball Club, very, very solid. You know, you have Koblenz and Pedrick and Knorr and Williams, and Strings really swung the bat well today. So we'll bring in, I would assume, Lowry with Gasparovic moving behind the plate. That'll probably move Delaney to first base, and that'll be your alignment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are getting right-handed pitcher, number 7, Brendan Lowry, hard-throwing right-hander, one of the hardest-throwing right-handers that we have, to try to keep this game at 1.
A new second baseman, look like? Or no?
Yeah, we have Hartman still at second,
Okay.
it looks like, Mike, and we got now
Laney at
Delaney's
first.
taking some ground
Gotcha.
balls. He
Okay.
moves from the mound to first base.
Well, we can say that this game hasn't been the prettiest, right? Pitch
It's kind of what you expect on this type of day.
Yeah.
Early in the season.
early in the season.
Cold, windy. These games tend to get ugly.
But now I want to see, this is the opportunity where you're going to have somebody who has some experience on the mound, hard throwing. Woodstown hasn't seen that too much yet this game. So I'd be curious to see if West Everett can take advantage of that and Lowry can come in and give
the
them
one thing
something
is
they're not used to.
Lowry's going to have to throw strikes, Mike.
Yeah.
Have to throw strikes, and he's going to have to land this breaking ball to those first 5 hitters in the Woodstown lineup that are very, very dangerous. And at this point, really got to throw inside. You know, to the right-handed hitters, the way the wind's blowing out to right field, dead out to right field, with the dangerous Pedrick and Knorr, both left-handed batters, you know, definitely have to throw to that advantage. So I think what you're going to see out of Lowry is going to be a fastball and a slider. Not going to be much of a change-up type of guy, but he will try to get ahead with his fastball.
You know, 1 out, brand new pitcher. You're Woodstown. Are you trying to get that bunt down?
Now, if I'm doing this and, you know, you have a freshman up probably in there for his glove mostly as a freshman, not looking, you know, just to be a piece of the puzzle, obviously, as a freshman, you know, with Tucci up. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a drag bunt for a hit. or a push bunt to try to roll this lineup over and try to make West Everett field the baseball.
Yeah, and West Everett hasn't proven this game that they're really able to be successful doing that.
So Lowry sets. Fastball up, ball one.
I think if I'm Woodstown, I'm saying, let's be passive up there. Let's see if this guy can throw strikes.
I think you're going to see DeCastro have the take sign on.
Yeah.
And Tucci's definitely going to take a strike. No, he comes out swinging. Ground ball to McKenna. Thrown to first base. They can't execute. Ground ball to shortstop. Flip to Hartman. Hartman goes to first base. Tucci beats it out. Good job by by Delaney to block that ball and save the run on third base. So now you got a situation. You got first and third. You got first and third. Two outs.
It should be 2 outs.
Two outs. Koblenz up to the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. 2 RBIs earlier in the game for Koblenz. I believe in the second inning. Tucci at first base. If you see Koblenz get deep in this count, Mike, with 2 strikes, you're going to see DeCastro put something on.
Yeah, trying to manufacture.
Yep, try to get that runner in, try to get the tying run to the plate. I don't expect any movement with Koblenz up to run out of an inning with Pedrick on deck at this point.
Stay out.
Right, you don't want to take the bat out of one of your better hitters' hands. However, you also don't want to miss an opportunity where you can tie the game.
So you got an 0-2 count now. You have to be careful. Now this is where they're going to do something here. You got to watch the break early steal, delay steal, try to make something happen. Because Koblenz is in a bad spot here. Good pitch by Lowry.
Yeah.
Runs the count to 1-2. I'm expecting some movement right here. DeCastro calls timeout from the dugout. They have to watch the break early steal here, Mike. Or the run and stop to try to force a throw. Koblenz fouls that off, stays alive. Good job by him. The count remains 1-2 with 2 outs, with the Wolverines threatening. First and third. Tucci at first, Spinelli at third, Koblenz up at the plate. Lowry with a 1-2 count and 2 outs. The pitch. Fastball inside, good spot. Fouled off by Koblenz. He stays alive.
Up to this
Nice
point,
job.
he's done a good job hitting the strike zone. He's been consistently in the zone.
You got to be aware right now if you're going to throw a breaking ball here, you're going to go slider from Lowry. Gasparovic's got to make sure we block this pitch right now.
So I wonder
they
if
got
this is what they're
something
talking
going
about
on.
now. Yeah.
West Everett's got to expect something right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a trip from Coach Oler right now. He's discussing it with his injury right now. What they're going to do. This is coming out of an offensive timeout like this.
Right.
As we said earlier in this count, something's going to happen here. Whether it's this pitch or the next pitch.
And I mean, if you're DeCastro, you know, 2 strikes, you might not even want to take that chance. And if there isn't a next pitch.
And Coach Oler was asking how many offensive timeouts you get during an at-bat. So at this point, I'd probably take the first to kind of see what they're doing. There's the delay steal from Tucci. It's a run.
They're going to try to get,
They should just call timeout, let them take the bag.
Yep.
Good job by West Effort, right? Kept their composure. Gasparovic has caught a lot in the past. Nice job. That's well-prepared team right there. So it goes, Tucci moves the second uncontested. Second and third for Koblenz. 2-2 count. Fastball high, ball 3. They got to go after Koblenz here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, force him to put a barrel on the ball here because you don't want to deal with Pedrick up with the bases loaded. Ball 4 down in the dirt. Koblenz walks.
Now back to the Wolverine shortstop, Andrew Pedrick.
Good at bat. Good at bat.
Great at bat. He was down 0-2.
Yeah.
First 2 pitches, 0-2, battles back. You know, the leadoff hitter does a good job, and that's why he's in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Castro's got to be really happy with that at bat. That'll bring up the dangerous Andrew Pedrick. He's going to be looking to do some damage, so you have to take advantage of his aggressiveness at this point. So it looked like Pedrick was looking for a breaking ball there because that's how West Everett pitched him, and Lowry's able to get a fastball by him for strike 1.
And with Lowry throwing 3 straight balls, I have a feeling he was going up there, taking that first pitch, see if he could rebound and fix
I'm
it.
not taking that pitch, Mike.
Yeah.
You know, doing some damage. Oh, this is going to end the inning. Fly ball or center
Should.
field. McKenna goes all the way from shortstop between the second baseman and center fielder to record the 3rd out of the inning. West Everett escapes the 5th inning with the bases loaded, 2 outs. They get all conference Andrew Pedrick to pop up and end the inning. So the Eagles head to the bottom of the 5th and have the lead 6-5. Looks like we got a new arm on the mound.
And now West Everett's in a position they created for themselves to where, again, they can get that separation that neither team has been able to get to this point. They got out of that last inning without much damage. They have a new pitcher for Woodstown. You can get that separation. That could be a differentiator for this game.
So that'll do it for Valente for Woodstown.
You know, other than a couple of mistakes from Woodstown, he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, Valente's line, 2 innings pitched, 3 hits.